So it's 3:43 on the 6th. And, which 3 and 3 are 6. But anyway, so it's the 6th on Thursday. Tomorrow's payday, finally. God, I cannot wait. And I have a dilemma that it's so funny. Because I know, like, you're always going to do what you're going to do. You're always where you're supposed to be. But I still get caught up in these dilemmas over, what should I do? What should I do? Should I just go into town to the grocery store, which is only like 10 minutes away, maybe even closer, but I would say like 10 minutes away, which I can even order online and just go pick it up and then be back quick because I'm going to have to keep Ruthie in the crate when I go. And which a couple times yesterday, she went over and rang the bell to go out and go to the bathroom. So we're making forward movement. But I imagine because I fucking lose my mind when she goes to the bathroom, they all just get quiet because I just start ranting and raving and lecturing and bitching and moaning. I go into full-blown meltdown. But anyways, I guess she was like, enough of that. I can try those bells. So anyway, she's done them a couple times. But so, but she's gonna have to stay in the crate. There's no fucking way she can be left on her own or left with the dogs. She is destructor. And so, and she just, it's like she doesn't know what to, like she just got to do everything. She's just got to try it all. She's got to just tear shit up. She's got to get into everything. And she goes into total panic mode with her anxiety and stuff. And so, and she keeps on wanting the CBD. She's constantly, every time Stella gets it, she acts like she's getting something. So she runs over. She's got to have it too. And she is like a fucking shark, man. She'll take your goddamn hand off. I'm still working on that with her. Trying to be gentle, but she has learned manners. Like when I'm getting her dish, she does sit. Now, a couple times she'll jump up, which yesterday I saw her jump up. She can jump. She can jump, man. What was it? I don't remember what it was, but she did a big old jump yesterday. I was like, oh, fuck. But, so she'll go and stand up at the table where I'm making their food. And I'm constantly pushing her down because then that just sets off a whole thing. The little dogs, they know just to sit back and shut up. But Stella will have a fit. So, I've been working on her to have manners and sit quietly and wait. And she does it a lot of times really good. And before, when I'd be trying to put her dish down, she'd be jumping and going crazy. So I kept pulling it back up until she would sit. And so now she runs over where her food's going to be and she sits down real quick. She eats like a fucking shark, though. She just is like, man, she is crazy on the eating. And I have one dish that I put her soup in. So I have a regular dish that I put her, the food I make them in that one. And then I put kibble in one of those slow dishes. So she sits there just going, and so that keeps her focused for a while. Because otherwise she's done in 2 seconds. The other dogs just got started. So, Stella's having a rough day. I don't know. It just stresses me the fuck out. Fucking bring these goddamn med beds. I'm so fucking sick out. This shit drags, man. So, anyways, my dilemma is, or I could go into town, to the bigger town, and so it would be like, it's crazy. It's just this one road going, but it's like 14 miles, but it takes like 25 minutes. And then when I get there, all of these different places are right there. It's like a regular city, regular shopping center place. And so that's where Costco is, Winco is. And so Winco is a cheaper grocery store than Albertsons. And Costco has the kombucha cheaper than everybody else because they have where you can buy a box of kombucha of 8 bottles for $13.39. Or you can go and buy them like, if you can get them $3.50 on sale, that's cheap. Usually $4.20, but if you buy 6, you could get them for $3.80. So it's like, man, I'm spending way more for way less if I go up the street, but it's quicker. And then probably if I go to the other store, I'm going to end up spending more because I'll be like, oh, I should get that while I'm here. Oh, I should get that while I'm here. And so then, it's like, oh, man, I go back and forth and back and forth. And so, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I keep on leaning kind of into just go to town, get the kombucha cheaper. Because I have all my stuff to make kombucha. And I may start in the winter. But like right now, it just draws bugs. It just draws in bugs. So like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do, I need more of a closed-in space to do it. So anyways, I kind of need a house rather than just an apartment. Even though I totally appreciate this apartment. It's really, it's great, really. I mean, it is such a step up from sleeping on the floor in a tent in a garage. But it is, I do need more space to do some things like make kombucha. And kombucha is so expensive. That's why I started making it to begin with. It's so damn expensive. And I'm hooked on it. And I'm hooked on it. And so, anyways, and I swear to God, even though I think, okay, well, if I just drank one a day, but it's hard to just drink one a day. Usually I'll drink like 2 in a day. So, anyways, that's my dilemma. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but, yeah, if tomorrow comes, like, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. But but whatever, it seems like whatever happens is just slow as fuck. It just goes so fucking slow. God dang, I cannot believe it. It's like, okay, so now we've got this freaking lunatic is the mayor of New York, and it's just like his stuff. He's a kook, and he's not for America. He's not for the people. He's for his own people. Apparently, even he was a rapper at some point. And there's a song now going around where he sends his loyalty to not the ISIS, but it's the same kind of situation under a different name. But so he sends out his loyalties to them and tells us, well, you better figure out who that is. And the stuff that he stands for is not what we typically would. But I think part of it is going to be to expose the crimes behind the VOTE, because not just the absurdity of this fella, but there's stuff about how they inject, how they get people in the place, and so interject or whatever, and how they put them in. And so that guy is, I think it's going to show that of, you know, how he even got his spot. And, so anyways, I don't know. And my mind keeps going on this word. I was like, oh, they're going to grab that word. That's what you're talking. You don't know what that. It's like, oh my God, censorship is such a fucking line of fucking bullshit, man. So, another thing that people are just like totally freaking about is this ballroom situation, which there has got to be more to it. I mean, and plus this ballroom is like the size of the whole house. It's like there's got to be something more to what everything is to show us. Everything's to expose something. And one thing too, somebody, I saw a video saying, you know, while all these people don't have the things they need to eat, old Donald over here is having a big old party from the 20s or something like that, you know, like a theme party or something. And which, you know, like he's into, like even the ballroom's gonna be like gold and stuff like that. And so he's into like the show. And so the clip I saw, there was like dancers and stuff. And but to me, it is like trying to put those two things together. Like, you don't even know if, like, this is his own money. You're thinking, like, this is a taxpayer money paying for this party. I doubt it. I doubt that's what we would go find out, that it was us paying for his party. It would be, I'm sure, something about him paying for his own fucking party. I mean, the guy is a rich guy. And he didn't get his money from doing stuff, in the inside, like what a lot of these other people do. So maybe he wants us to question them. I don't know. But it doesn't, like it's already been said, he doesn't have control over what is going on with these people and them getting their food stuff. That is the other group that is causing that to be blocked, because they won't sign on because they want something else. I don't remember what they want. They always want some bullshit. And it's, man, I've seen more things too of talking about the corruption behind the system of how the governors and stuff like that, how they get money for certain things and grants, and that's what they're all like freaking out about, because he's putting a stop to that. And so they all they've got such a corrupted system going that they don't have, I think they've got themselves like in a spider web where you got yourself tangled now and you're becoming the food. So I think that's what they've got themselves tangled up in a system, and they don't have any way out of it, but it was all built on corruption, which I saw this guy this morning also speaking about the C and the P and the S, and him saying that he worked for him, and he was talking about how corrupt that system is, which, like, we all know how corrupt that system is. Any system that's out there to steal the, people, little children, right out of their homes and take them away from people for absurd reasons. And he went through some of the reasons too. Like, if they come into your house, which you can tell them they can't come in. And there's also a group that's going against them. I guess you can find it on Facebook. But you have rights and stuff, and you can tell them they can't come in. You don't answer their questions. You don't tell them anything, no matter if they say, you were involved in a domestic violence, like 5 years ago. And I'm not answering you. I'm not answering you. Just don't answer any other questions, because everything is used against you. And if you let them in and you have dishes in the sink, they can use that against you. Like the most absurd bullshit. The government can come in. I saw a girl yesterday or the day before, and she went to go pick her kid up at school. So it was an hour before school was going to get out, and her kid had an appointment, so she had to pick him up. I've done this so many times. When my kids were in school, you try and make an appointment. It's towards the end of the day. I mean, you don't always have to get a say when the appointments are at the offices that you're trying to take your kids to. And so, and then you got all these kids, like, they have all these different things too. Like, you're orthodontist and shit. That's every fucking month. So, and some of them, I mean, I bet you there's so many kids going to allergy doctors. Like, we got so many kids going to so many things at this point because of what is being done to us. So the mom goes to pick up their kid an hour before school's out. And she goes to the office. I'm here to pick up so-and-so. And they say, you can't pick him up. No, we're not calling him out because it's too close to the end of the day. So you can't have him. It's like, what? I can fucking come and take my kid when I want to fucking take my kid. What the fuck are you talking about? And they refused to do it. I don't even know if she went down and just went to, that's what I would do. I'd just walk down there to the class and say, come on, this is your last day of school. Like, that's it. But these people, and then these are the ones that just follow what they're told to do. That's the thing. You got to think about, are you just following orders? Do they even make sense? How in the world do you think that you can keep a parent from having control over? But that's what they push and push. And then the parents who are more compliant and are, oh, okay, well, I'll schedule a different time. Okay, sorry about that. And then some people, some of these appointments, if you don't cancel 24 hours in advance, you have to pay for the appointment. Fuck. I mean, it is such a fucking bullshit, man. I swear to God, they just keep us spinning our wheels on all this stupid shit. They just put up the fucking boundaries, and it's all a big part of the whole thing. Like they're all the same. It's like the same. What was it I saw the other day? Oh, I think it's I think it's JD. And so he is invested. Oh yeah, that's what it is. I swear to God, the more this goes, the more is like, is something about this fella being exposed? Like, what in the world? Or is he exposing certain things? Fuck, man. But so he is investor into a business. I guess we would call it a corporation, shell company. Like, I don't know. It's the same fucking bullshit. And so he's one of the people who's involved. His name is in there. And other people, I don't remember the other people who are involved. But what this place does is it goes and buys up places that grow our food that go into foreclosure because they can't keep up with the taxes and all of the stuff that the people who want the land are charging them. So they get their feet in the door to make the rules. Then they make the rules to have these people drowning. Then they run in to take over their stuff. And then they come out and leave these people falling flat, take their stuff, and then that becomes more corrupted. So it either is putting more stuff, in our food that makes us sick, or it is in more control of trying to, in particular, they said that these people in particularly chase certain types of farm and ones that grow corn and soy. So that's big staple. And then I think it has also something to do with other countries wanting certain stuff. And so it's just all corrupted. Everything is just so fucking corrupt. And it's the people who are driving the other people to fail are the ones who are running in to rescue them. And even though they're coming in under a different name because they have all of these shell companies and all of this bullshit, but it's like when you go up to the top, you find the same names on all this shit. So it's just like, it's absurd, man. It's so aggravating. And that's why we all have to just keep breaking free from their trap. And then when we all go together and we all say, hey, we're not paying our tax, we're not paying this, we're not paying that, we're not paying anything to you guys, then there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. The thing is it hasn't been we haven't created that tsunami of challenge for them because they keep us under control. So just like they control the weather, they control the tempo, they control the weather of the people in the micro and macro, and we don't create the storm that we need to create. And then we got this one guy out there who is trying to create the storm, and then he's got all the people working against him, trying to throw all the fucking life preservers to the people he's trying to fucking create the storm on. It's just so backwards, but we all need to step up and step out of their control and be like, no, I'm not participating, and I'm not paying this, I'm not paying that. And so what if you take this? So what if you take that? We'll be fine. We'll all be fine. And when we all come together, we'll just go build other places. It has been done. We can go build other places. And I've seen so many people. It's so crazy because I was saying this back in 2016. I was telling people all the time. I was like, how in the world do they sell us land? Like, the earth isn't signing a contract saying, here, yeah, you can own this. You can go sell it to them. No. There's nothing. You cannot just say you own the earth. You cannot just say you own this land. Who's fucking selling it to you? He's like, you're just going in and you're just staking claim. And then we are allowing it. And we're thinking that we have to pay taxes on it. We have to go in this battle for fucking land and resources and stuff. It's absurd. But so back in 2016, I was saying it all the time. I was saying, who is selling it to? Who sell it to them for them to sell to us? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You can't own this. This is not something you can own. And people would just like, like I was just talking crazy talk. What is that thing? Like I've got I can't think of what they're called when they find these crazy people and they've got their whole thing written out. Manifesto. It's like, is this in your manifesto? It's like, well, it should be. Because it is absurd. It's absurd. And then their thing over water and stuff like that, which I'm telling you, this is changing colors. Like, this is 100% changing colors. And not only that, I feel like in my hair too. Just like I said, in the toilet, like if you go and you lift up the toilet seat and you look in, it looks like, oh, somebody forgot to flush the toilet. So yellowish, reddish looking. But it's the IRON and in the H2O. So, and it's coming from deep underground. And so, I mean, and my hair is so soft. It's so soft. So anyways, and I don't know if you can really see the color, but I'm telling you, it's adding into the color, and it's adding into this color, and it is making this change colors. I was sitting there thinking, okay, I've been saying, pay attention to this. And I was thinking, I would say by Thanksgiving, it's going to really be blended into this. But I don't know. I could be rushing it. So I would say definitely by the end of the year. I bet you can't see this anymore. So we'll see. Because I had thought that before with the other stuff. I thought it would keep going when the other stuff started changing. But then the resistance here, how it just kept staying and staying. So I was like, okay, well, maybe it's going to stay like that. But then all of a sudden, here I am. And I'm not drinking this. This is just from showering. And it absorbing in through my pores. And so now I think that was the extra boost that it needed. And so we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I could be wrong. And it could take a long while again. Maybe it's just going faster right now and then it will slow down again, but I don't know. It's crazy how it's changing so much. And so, like, look at that. It's like it seems like there's barely any. So anyways, we'll see about it. That is my my wager, is that by the end of the year you won't be able to see this, which I kind of feel like it could even be by Thanksgiving. But that's only a couple weeks away. But it makes such a big jump every time I take a shower. Every time I wash my hair. It's making me want to wash it quicker. But one thing, too, is making me want to wash it quicker is it seems like it gets, like, sticky or something. So, I don't know. Could be dog slobber. Fuck if I know. But it seems like it feels like it gets dirty faster or something. But it literally is so soft. And definitely seems like the color is getting richer. And that this is changing. So, I am telling you, the whole problem with us is the stripping of the minerals. Just like back, well, I mean, that's a thing too that goes way back to when there was colonizers that were colonizing the planet, that they were coming in and mining and stripping. And that's what a lot of these big ruts are, was the stripping. And so it's kind of like in the micro, macro, they've stripped the minerals, they strip the minerals from the planet, and then it's like these same kind of energy. It's not like maybe not the exact same beings, but they are stripping the minerals from us. So, but that's what we need to focus on, I think. Which that's what I think is like, there's going to be is changing in how we eat. I think it's going to be a lot more like, I don't know, I just saw it in my head, like you take your car in to get the oil changed and stuff like that. If it's going to be more like maintenance on us, on the vehicle, not just indulging into the vehicle. And what does the vehicle need? And the vehicle needs the food pyramid, and it needs 3 meals a day, plus snacks in between and all that stuff. No, I think that we're going to be much more like, no, we need minerals, we're going to be more focused on what we need and giving it to us. But I think also there's an attraction to certain foods or certain things to want to eat. But I swear to God, in the Judsons, I think it was like, oh, you want a cheeseburger? Well, you just go take one of these little pills and it makes you feel like you just ate a cheeseburger. So if there's not going to be something more like that, I don't know. But I definitely don't think it's going to be, well, in the place where I'm going. Like, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of different things that are going to play out. But in the place where I'm going, I think we're going to be moving off of this dependency on food, especially in the sense of killing for our own sake. And that is, it's like, to me, that's ending. And it's going out with a bang. Because it's so, God, there's so much inhumane treatment of animals from humans. Like, we should be more humane and kind. These dogs, just, they never stop a farting, I swear to God. It's so funny too, because it seemed like that they used to not, but all of a sudden they just all started constantly. I don't know if it's a change in the area, the change in, and yesterday, oh my God, this wind, it was so crazy because it was way windy in the morning. And so then it was like blowing and gusting and stuff. And then it seemed to calm down for a while. Then later in the evening, it was around 3, I guess, in the afternoon. And I went in and they wanted to eat again. And so we were in there and I was making their food. And all of a sudden you could hear it coming like a fucking freight train. And then it just started bashing into the building. And everything started rattling and the dogs started going crazy. And it was just wild how loud it was. And it was hitting into the building like, man, the wind was forceful. And so they all wanted to go outside and see what was going on. So I come to open the door. It's like fucking Wizard of Oz or something. You're trying to open the door. It was so freaking windy. And so they went out and these ginormous tumbleweeds were just flying. And they ran up. They're barking at all these tumbleweeds. Like, I don't know. I guess to them it looks like, what the hell is that? And they're moving so fast. And so the dogs were going crazy. And I did a video on TikTok to try and show, because it was crazy how it was going. But the wind, it was so fucking magnificently strong. And then after they got all done with that, they came in and it just started pouring for a second, and then it stopped. The weather is just wacky, and the sky is so freaking wacky. And so, I don't know. Everything just seems so weird and wacky. And now also the Atlas is supposedly moved out from the sun and is headed back our way or something, which there's people speculating is going to crash into us. And then also, speaking of crashing, which I thought it was really strange about that, the UPS plane. I thought something is odd. There's something odd about it. And so anyway, somebody got footage, and there's definitely something odd. Something comes and crashes into it up in the air. It's like a big black thing, and it's not huge, where these people were like, well, is it a bird? Is it a drone? What the hell is it? I don't know. It could be a MISSILE, but it doesn't blow right then. But some of those could go in and detonate or something, I think. And but there's something There's something more to the story. There's always something more to the story. Especially think about all of the stories that they don't put on the news. They don't tell us anything about it. You have to hear it from other people. Like how, I don't know, I don't watch the news, but how often do they talk about what's going on in Alaska? How much do they talk about, I mean, there's still shit going on in Hawaii. There's shit going on in all these places. How much do they talk about what's really going on? And so they leave out things all the time, but then when they hyper focus on something and try and really control the narrative on it, it's like there's something more going on. It's like this Charlie thing, this fucking Erica thing, this JD thing, this fucking UPS thing. There's all of these things that just keep going. This ballroom thing, all of it is just like there's something more that is being shown, or more to the story or whatever. Which also there was some big announcement. Still, you just got laid down, honey. She's having a rough fucking day. So I want the fucking med beds, man. I don't even know. I'm gonna try and get those wipes. I'm not gonna try and get. I'm gonna get those wipes tomorrow. That I'd seen somebody talking about. Their dog had some kind of discharge or discomfort or something, and they were showing how mad their dog gets when they wipe them, but that sets the pH back into balance. And I was trying to do that with my vinegar stuff, but it wasn't working, so I'm going to try these and see. But I don't know if they're going to be burning. They're definitely, because I have to keep wiping her too, is definitely is some kind of a discharge or something. And there seems to be like a little bit of blood, but that could be from the inflammation or the irritation. And I do know, like when she was a puppy, that they said that how her urethra is in there. So where she pees out of, it is like the space. There's a lip inside the space. So there's a ledge that goes around inside the space. And she's a little chunky girl. And so in there, it holds on to, so it doesn't all just go out. It goes in, kind of like when a little kid doesn't wipe well, and then they get all that irritation and stuff. So I think it's kind of like that. I think, if it was something more serious, that there would be something, I mean, because this has been going on for such a long time. And I think it's more like that kind of thing. But I know. I've thought it was like anal gland thing, some kind of a dischargey thing. But I'm giving her all this stuff. I mean, she's doing the, I know you're not happy. You're fine, honey. I'm right here. What is that stuff called? Oregano oil and black seed oil, which that does stuff. She's got turkey tail. She's been taking forever. She's got her with collagen now too, and a whole bunch of glucosamine, and the what was that other thing? Oh yeah, because the stuff in the water. I put that stuff, the CHDX or D2 in the water. And so that's supposed to fucking cure every fucking thing. And so is this fucking oregano and black seed oil. But I don't know. I mean, she is a giant breed and she is over 9 now. And so, I don't know. They work so hard on making animals sick. So, but anyways, what I was going to say though about that me saying about they can't sell the earth. Now I'm seeing all these other people. It's like all of a sudden all these other people are like, they can't sell us this. Who owns it? How are they selling us something they don't own? It's like exactly what I've been fucking saying for so long. I get so glad when I start hearing people, like start saying this stuff and start getting on board with some of this stuff, because we are the change. The change can't happen without us changing. And so, and we are going to. But as you can see, things have to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse in order to promote the change, which there's still resistance. That's why something really big and extreme is going to come. If we were more flexible and we were more open and we were more connected and tuned in, then the change wouldn't have to be so drastic and dramatic. But it's going to be drastic and dramatic because of us. Because you can see the resistance. You can see the lack of response, the lack of connection in the people. They don't pay any attention. They focus more on fucking what the Kardashians look like or what they're wearing this season or whatever. It's just like, you know, things got to change. And that's the thing. It's so funny too, because it's like they used Hollywood as a huge distraction for us. A huge kind of a slap in the face. Like, look how good these people are doing. Don't you wish you could live like this? Don't you wish you could have a mansion? Don't you wish you could be famous? Like all that, which really drove that kind of instinct in our population. And so it did pull that more of the focus by people. But the thing is about the people who are in Hollywood, they just got up in their own ass, man. They got so up in their ego where they think like a lot of them started feeling like what they had to say was more important. They did matter more. That they did have a bigger place in life. It's like, no, you're fucking being used. You're a goddamn puppet by these fucking puppet masters. They are fucking using you. And so they need to jump on board with the rest of us. They need to, you know, I don't know, like kind of like level down a little bit. Get out of your fucking ego bubble and pull yourself back into the fucking sanity of the rest of us and unite with us. Come together. If you keep trying to stay in separation is like you're better than everybody else, then that's your fucking ego drive, you know, it's on high gear. And so, I don't know, I'm sure we'll probably see more, you know, of them kind of begin to realize that in themselves of what it is to really be unity. How do you become a part of the group and stop trying to stay in separation? And because that drives this feeling of that you're better than other people and stuff, which, you know, these puppet masters have been trying to tell you so that they can keep this divide happening. But it's like the people who are there are the ones that have to step back and realize like that is not the space to be in. Well, you can be wherever the fuck you want. I mean, that's where the reality is going to take you where you need to go. It's like, not up to me. Your soul is going to take you right where you need to be. But that, to me, is something I could see. If you're going to stay thinking that you are better than other people, and even if you've been told that for decades, that is, that's your prison. That's where you got to stay stuck. Where you got to go learn. It's not, you know, it's when, because it is the people who come together and unite and move forward in this energy. That's the ones that are going to the place that most people think is like the ideal situation. But a lot of people can't bring themselves into that position to move into that space. They keep themselves in division for some bias, some way or another, some ego-driven thing that they, or some kind of control, is that each person keeps themselves from that space of unity, of coming together and creating a new world. And so it's and everybody's gonna go where they're meant to go. So, and there is no, you know, soul that is better than another soul. It's like, no, I mean, we're not even better than, like, we think that plants and animals and stuff are just here for what we need. It's like we don't value them as having their own life or their own existence. This animal abuse thing just goes and goes and goes and goes. I just can't even fucking believe it. That's the thing that I'm saying is like, Where's the off button? When do the people start recognizing and stop their behavior? It's like, for fuck's sake, man. It is fucking insane. And especially when it comes to fucking domesticated dogs and cats and stuff. These are our pets. These are the animals we're supposed to be taking care of. And it's so fucking just no value. Just, I don't know. I mean, you got people fucking eating them too. There's this guy who does these videos. And he goes around, I don't know, it's like Vietnam or something. And he goes around and rescues the dogs from the food eating thing. And like he was up at this one restaurant, but the restaurants aren't like what we think of as restaurants. They're kind of like people cooking out in the streets, I've seen so much gross stuff over some of these things. Oh, man. And which I'm sure there's some of these places you can get some great food than other ones. It's like, I mean, they're literally cooking garbage and stuff. Oh, so disgusting. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like they go get the organic waste matter out of the garbage and then redo it. Kind of like how they redo our water. So, and then they cook it, and they cook it for a long time, and they add some sauces and stuff, and people pay and eat it. It's fucking garbage. And, but, so, he goes around to these restaurants, and, some are, like, go in and sit down and stuff, but they have, like, the dogs just, like, out in cages. Just kind of like how we go into Red Lobster, and they've got all these lobsters in fucking thing. Oh, I'll have that one right there. It's like that. So I guess you just walk up. Ooh, I'll like that one. That one looks good. And then they just go out there and I don't know if they don't cook them alive. I don't know what they do. I don't know the process. But I just know this guy goes around and rescues them. So he just goes and says, I'll buy these. And he doesn't have them cook them up. But this one, and he just went and did this. And he was buying like 3 or 4 of them that were all in this cage to be somebody's supper. And there was one over there being roasted at the time. I was like, can you imagine? You're sitting in the cage watching them roast one, knowing like, well, that's what's to come. It's like, God dang, man. I don't know. I mean, it's like, it's the most inhumane treatment, the most inhumane, no compassion, no caring, not even thinking about another animal's fear, distress, or anything. That's not right. It's not right. It's not of the higher vibration. It's not of the heavens. If you want to be in alignment with the heavens, you got to work on compassion for other beings, other animals, caring about what it is, their world, what they're going through. Which, this story, there's so many of these horrible stories. There's so much stuff with child abuse and these people, doing in their own kids and stuff like that. So many horrible stories right now. Which that guy from 1998 said that was going to happen. And, which in 2016, I said it was going to happen. But so this story was, I think the kid was killed in 2019. And the amount of abuse and torture that this dad did on this kid, and he was 10, is just like, what? I don't know. Because I'll feel like, what is broken in this person to do so much of this? But then I know that a lot of these things loop around from other lives and stuff. But still, you have every day, you have an opportunity to change. Like, what traps you into a state of actually, what is it that makes you feel good when you make someone feel bad? When somebody is being terrorized, being in pain and sad, how does that make you feel good? Like, when do you stop and say, this isn't right? This doesn't make me feel good. I've got to do something different. And when it comes to being a child, and it not only in this case was it one guy, and I guess right now it's in the news because of they're getting sentenced because it was the dad who was doing all this to the kid, but he also had a girlfriend or something, or a wife and her sister. So these two women just allowed this to go on with this poor little kid. And at some point when the school, because the school made like 17 charges or something, 17 calls to try and get this kid taken out of the home. And it never did work. But the dad got fed up with the school because the school kept trying to help this kid. They would give him clothes. They would give him food. They would do all sorts of things to try and help him. And he was really small and tiny. He couldn't control his... he would cry all the time in school. He'd go to the bathroom in his pants. It's just fucking heartbreaking, man. And then, so the dad got so fed up with the school that he pulled him out of school, decided to homeschool him. In the court, whatever's going on in the court right now, the aunt or whoever, I'm pretty sure it's the aunt, said that, yeah, at times the kid would have to stand from 7 in the morning till 3 o'clock the next morning, stand, and he said that as punishment he would have to stand in these weird positions, and he would have to hold them for over 12 hours. And then he would he was also, he didn't, I don't know that he had a bedroom, but they made him stay up in the attic all the time, and they made him be naked all the time. It's just like, how do you, I just don't understand the cruelty. But one thing is I'm glad that I'm separating from it. I'm glad that I'm going to a place that's not going to be like that. That it's like a thing. And the thing is, too, is it's like, this is becoming a part of our coding. You know, it's not like we're going to forget this. It's not like we're going to go to this other place and we're going to forget. It's like the remembering is what creates the change. It's like knowing, and I don't know how it, it works. If it's like you begin to have compassion and empathy, and then so you can hear other stories and it can write more code for you so that you would never do something like that. Because I don't believe that we've all done stuff like this to learn from it. But I think we've all evolved in some people. You can't say everybody. You can't say all, because some people are in the period of evolving of this kind of stuff. And but so there is where you have this compassion and empathy. So when you hear these things that you know how wrong they are, hurting other people isn't right, and hurting other beings isn't right. And it's like that some of these people have no empathy, no compassion. And I would kind of say that the people who have such a lack of compassion are just trapped in their own pain. And I don't know, like this dad had his own pain, that it made him go off of his pain to create more pain on somebody else, to watch them suffer. I'm like, I don't know the psychology behind it, or how some people get trapped, because it is so complex, because it has to do with past lives and stuff. But I just know that that this dad had every opportunity every morning to get up and be like, I'm doing something different today. It doesn't feel right. And it is almost like where you can see the darkness gets a trap to some of these people. They get trapped in the darkness, in the creating tension and revenge and pain and suffering feeds into them. Like they can't let that go. They can't move out of that space. So see how I say it's like a trap. It's like these people get themselves trapped in the dark. And you, like your soul, you have the opportunity to listen to your soul. And your soul would not be, that would be the influencer, the outside influence, the dark energy that is keeping you in the trap, not your soul. Your soul wouldn't move. You're just like, you're not listening to your soul. Your soul would be telling you to do something different. But that is where a lot of people don't want to hear their soul, because their soul makes them feel bad, makes them feel bad about what they're doing. But it's like, you got to stop and think, why am I doing this? What is causing me to do this? What is causing me to be this way? How do I change it? And your soul is there to participate in the change, participate in the breaking free from the dark and pulling you into the light and giving you a space to find yourself. So that's where the light comes in with your soul. But you have to recognize your soul. You have to listen to it. You have to start. It's like participating in life in a different kind of way. And it's like, I can see these people being trapped, but it's really hard to understand how can you hurt. Here, we have so many people like that in this world. There's so many horrific things playing out all the time. And so it's, but that's where we can learn from it. You can learn from these things, but definitely as things go on, it's not like I would say it wouldn't be like an every single day haunting thing. Like, you have to gain your own balance, but it's kind of like a memory or a dream or something. So we will know, just like I think a lot of these people who are going to go back into harder vibrations to learn their lessons and stuff, that they're going to have an inner knowing that there's something else out there. There's something better out there. How do I get there? So it's like all the things happening right now are going to have an impact. They're going to have an impact on the people who are going back into the dark to know that there's something better. And then there's going to be an impact on the people who are going into the light, who are going to remember, what the dark is. It's like, it's going to become, it's writing its code into us. Like, we're carrying these new codes. Honey, what is it? I hate it when she gets so grumpy. And so I know she doesn't feel good. And it's just like, man, you just don't know what all. But I have heard, there's so many people who have got elderly dogs. And, it's kind of like, I saw a woman the other day who was like, now my dog she's elderly and stuff, but now she won't sleep at night. She keeps waking up all night, and she's very uncomfortable. And a lot of people just go put their dogs down at this point. But to me, I feel like that there's a natural thing. Like, she's getting benefit from going through what she's going through for her own soul. So for me to cut that off and go, no, it's too much for me, see ya, then that doesn't seem right, because there's a time and place that we all come and go. And I'm not going to be making a decision. And then there's always the, well, what if she can't get up? What if, and I just have to, as things go, I just want these med beds, man. But there was the one lady, she was asking, does anybody have any ideas of taking all the stuff that they tell her to take? It's like, because I've been around other dogs, my stomach's growling. I've been around other dogs too who are older, and they're whiny. Definitely older dogs are whiny. But a lot of older people are whiny. It's not fun when things are hurting. Like, fucking I know. Like, God, I'm so glad this thing is not. I can still know where it was that I got injured. I can still tell. But, oh my God. Man, it was so bad for those, whatever it was. It seemed like it was forever. But I think it was like a week. And it was like, God dang, how long is this going to go on? But I think it was like a week, maybe a week and a couple days. But, oh my God, I'm so glad that it's not anymore. the weirdest thing. And how bad it hurt. And then it just all of a sudden it just like kind of stopped. And then so anyways, but so I know older dogs are whining. And she definitely is. And let me think, there was some other thing. There's something else I was gonna say. But anyways, I do think that the things happening are becoming like in our evolution. Like I think a lot because people have been like, well, we've had a veil, we can't remember. But to me, I can see the point of the veil, because if you could remember all of your lives, you wouldn't be able to focus on this one. Which there was another one of these people who had this weird dream thing happen. So the one guy the other day, he had this feeling like he got up. And he was like, oh, I just need to go lay back down. So he went laid back down. And he went all of a sudden into this other world. Honey, I don't know if it's just stiffness. I don't know. Still, I'm not going in there yet. We'll go in there in a minute. She always wants to go eat. We'll go in there in a minute. I'm not going in there yet. I'm not done. You see, I'm still sitting here. I love you too. Oh, I love you. See if you can see her. This big, beautiful face. I can't get it up there. And this thing under her chin, it has not fallen off or anything. I'm putting the horse paste on that. And then she's got another one. Her tail is a weapon. She's got another big knot right on her spine. She always gets them going down her spine. So she's this big knot right there. And I'm torn over. I think I'll start putting the aloe vera on it, because before when I did that one, it did open that one up. So they do open up and drain out. Honey, I'm not going in there yet. She wants to go into the other room because she wants some more food, I'm sure. But anyways, so if you had, oh yeah, okay, this girl. So it was another one of these people who, she got up and she was going to go to the gym. And all of a sudden she's like, no, I just need to lay back down. I need to go back to sleep. And so she went lay back down. And then all of a sudden she said that she was at this other place. I think she was had a couple dreams or something real quick. And then all of a sudden it was like she was awake and she was at this place. And it was her apartment, only it was different. And what's weird too is that when she asked somebody, what year is it? That they said it was 2012. That's the same time that other guy said. So he was in this apartment that he said was different. And these two guys he was in it with, who were obviously his roommates, but he didn't know them. And they knew him. And and they told him it was 2012. And they thought he was acting so weird. Well, this girl, she was very confused over what was going on. She said it was her apartment. She woke up, it was like she thought it was her apartment. And then there was like a dinner party going on the terrace, and her parents were there, but they were way younger. And so she had asked, what year is it? And they said 2012. And so she was asking somebody more questions and stuff. And this one kid was like, this is my apartment. This is my bedroom. She said her bedroom was totally different. And that she was saying, I was asking, well, how did we meet? How do I know you? And stuff like that. And he was giving names and places and stuff. And she said it was just like, it was kind of like an alternate reality or something. I don't think it was like her past. Just like how that guy said it wasn't like his past. He didn't know these guys. These weren't his roommates in 2012. But it's weird. They go back to this time where they're saying it's 2012, both these people. And both people were really weirded out. They said this wasn't a dream. This was not a dream. Even though a lot of people are like, oh, that's a dream. I've had dreams like that seem real. Like, yeah, we all have, but that is the thing, is we're going to other realms and stuff. And so, I don't know. It's kind of like these openings or something, portals or something. Are you going in and you're time traveling into this other period of time? And maybe that's real open right now or something. And you think that you're yourself, but you're really somebody else in this other reality. And you don't know. I would be the thing, if you wake up in one of these weird things, I would make my way to a bathroom and look in the mirror and see. And I doubt you'll see yourself. Because when I came out of my body, I'm telling you, you feel exactly the same. It's such a fucking illusion. It's a misnomer, whatever it is. It is an untruth that you need any of this to be who you are. None of it. You don't need your brain to think. You don't need your heart to feel. None of it. And so when I came out of my body, it was everything felt exactly the same. And so, I would say that when these people are coming out of their body and time traveling into these other places, that they are going in and being they're not them. They're not their same person. And it was weird how that girl's parents were there, but still, there's something. But that's the thing too about why the veil needs to be there, is so that if you were having to process all of these different things all at once, it would be like, you would short out. And so to me, the veil, it brings you into a focus. It's like a focus on one thing. And so it's not just like the veil of to keep you lost. It's to keep you focused on what it is that you're here to work on. And so that is kind of like, when you're at the eye doctor and they keep turning the thing to get your focus so you can see that thing. So that is kind of like the veil, is that to bring your focus into one thing so that you're not looking at a million different things. But now, in this period of time, it's like the slow unveiling. It's like taking one veil off after another. And the more that you can absorb, the more that you can realize and stuff. So all of these things that are happening right now aren't just going to go away. It's not like you're going to forget about them and you're going to go into some other life and it's not going to matter. No, all these things are tools to learn and to grow and to realize. And so these are all things that are the catalyst to the evolution of mankind. But those of us who carry these things forward, it's not like we're going to forget about it. It's going to be kind of in stories and stuff too. There'll be stories of where man was and where they come from. But, I think that the people here who continue on to go into the higher perspective, that they will definitely have an awareness that the people who leave are gone. And I think that the people who leave aren't going to have the same kind of awareness, because they're going to have they still need like the veils to have the focus on what it is they need to work on. And that they will, but they will have kind of this, like their soul has been turned on. So they will have more participation in their soul. So whereas if you took it time and you thought about the soul and how long it's taken to evolve to this point, it will be like it will be like a quickening in their evolution to pull them through their lessons, because there's going to be some kind of more communication with their soul. Their soul is going to be more awakened. And so they're going to, even though they're going to go back into certain lessons, that they will have more of a narrative, an internal narrative. They'll have more communication, which will help them to move more and to see the error of their ways. Like a lot of them may just need to go into one more life and see like that the one more perspective to move them out. But but some could go through more perspectives. And then that also gives you the insight as to why some perspectives or some lifetimes are short. Like, are short. So you can go in and go through it, and you don't need to go through all these really long ones. And so, anyways, but that's how I see it being. But everything that is happening right now is to teach us to kind of improve our coding system. And so that's, this is all like adding on to us. Like I saw this video of this guy, and he was showing, like, if you zoom out, so if you're on Google Maps and you're looking through the satellite and you're looking down at the earth, you see something very different than what we see. And a lot of these people who do that, they find these things, like he had found this dragon that was eating a fish. And so, and you could see exactly what he was talking about. But that, to me, is, see, like this perspective. And we are hyper focused on this, but when we pull out, we see a different picture. And that's the thing that I was talking about too. Like if you are a watcher and you pull out and you were to see, like say you're watching a certain character, and that character, that the different orbit, the different transits it would have, and you would see these people and you would see them crossing paths without their awareness, but you would see how really closely in orbit that the people really are, and that it isn't so much distant or separation or something like how we perceive it, because we are too focused on, too up close. It's like it's so up close. But that is also like how, when I say, you know, some people are just like so up close looking out one window, only one perspective. And that's why you got to step back. The more you step back and the more you see, there's more windows, there's more perspectives, and the more windows and perspectives that you can look through and understand, then the more like enlightened you are, the more you're evolving yourself by being able to see more than one thing. But that's the hyper focus, and it is kind of like, it kind of is like it's out of fear. It's like I got of control, out of trying to see it up too close. But when the more that you can take yourself and step back, the more you benefit. So it is so much more about stepping back and trying to see more. But anyways, but that is kind of like what the veil was there to protect you from seeing too much at one time, because it would be too overwhelming. But at this time, it's like everything is falling apart so that you have the opportunity to see more. But it's like you have to keep stepping back and looking more. You have to see more. You have to open your mind more. You have to question more. You have to think outside the box more. You have to break down programmings and patterns more. So anyways, but that's how I see it. That's how I see it being. And anyways, but that's, you know, I mean, there definitely is this separation of the vibration, which I just saw this video. It was showing how vibration works, and it is like this. It is, I don't know how to explain it, but I could see these things that were the same vibration would stick together and they would separate. So that's what kind of like we're going to do. It's like we're going to all kind of, we're all picking our vibration. We're all picking our tone. We're picking our values. We're picking our priorities. And so we are becoming this vibration. And so you have these vibrations, and we're in this giant group and all these vibrations, and we're in this time where everything is moving, everything is this vibration. We're in this storm of change, and so everything is going at these different vibrations, and then it's going to be like pull apart, and it's going to create its own design. And so that is and that's like the science of the universe. That's just the way it works. And even when I very first started becoming aware that this was going to be happening, how I kept seeing it, how they kept showing me was these marbles. And it was this game, and I think this is a real game, and it's like this vibrating kind of table or something. I don't know, this could not even be real, I don't know. But it was like this vibrating kind of like star, like a six-sided star, like a triangle with a triangle. And so it had, and it was vibrating really hard, and it was all these different color of marbles. And so you have them all in the middle, and then when it starts vibrating, all the marbles started going into one star point, and they all start going with their own color. And so I knew that we were all going to go through some kind of a vibrational change that was going to pull us into our own vibration, and that it would be a group. So we knew when things started happening that it was pulling us apart from, the separation is the vibration, is the tone. And so some of us are going over here together. So all the blues will go together, all the reds will go together, all the yellows go together, all the, I think it's called marble when it's more colors mixed in. But anyways, all of the different ones will go into their own space by the vibration and by the tone and by how we align. And so that's where we at some point will find ourselves into a group that we are aligned with. And then that's when like the realities will start to blossom. New realities will begin to blossom out. And there's going to be, even in like how Earth, we have a whole bunch of different realities occurring. It's going to still be like different realities. And we're not all going to be in the same reality. It's going to be a lot of different realities, but they're still going to be of a higher vibration. It's not like you're going to go and find one that is like, you know, where they're marrying kids, and it's gonna, these abuses and stuff like that. Disconnected from someone's own life force, like their right to live, that is going to, my hair looks so weird. That is going to be, the life force of, it's like you have to have a recognition or respect for everybody's life force and everybody's ability to make their own choices and stuff. When you're taking a 5-year-old before it's even got to go and live its life and stuff, so you are not having respect for that being, and you are taking. And so that is, and that is, you know, it's like a universal law thing. And so but you're allowed to go in and break these laws, like from learning. And so you can go in and do those things. It's not like the universe is going to come in and blow you up because you're doing it, but you're still in a space of darkness to go in and learn it. So you have to go into a different kind of space. And so that is so those kind of, in this higher version of reality, where it's a higher vibration. So even though there'll be a lot of different realities that won't all be participating in one, it won't be just one giant reality, but will kind of be how we are now under this umbrella, but there won't be these same dark spaces. Those spaces are separating, and that's where those people who still are in those dark spaces to learn are going to go into a space where they can go and learn that, because we're going to go into more of a place where you don't break the universal laws. You're not in that darkness anymore. You have awareness of them and you respect them. And so that is where we're going to have a world that is going to be like heaven on earth, where there'll be a lot of realities, but they'll all be more of the value of the universal laws of consciousness or of life or existence or whatever. And the universal laws is more about kind of the science behind existence. It's like they are, just that word, they are essential, they are deliberate, they are it's like if you take one and you take another one and then you have two, it's like that they are the set, there's a word for it, but I can't think of it. But it's more like that. It's more like a set. You know what? I also saw this girl, and she was like, something that boggles her mind. She's like, I don't get it, how 4 plus 4 is 8, but then 5 plus 5 is 10. It's like, well, are you not adding that there's 2 more? It's not just, you're not just adding 1 more. You have 4 and another 4. So you're adding 1 and 1. So that's 2. So of course it's going to go to 5. It's like, it's weird how some people get caught in these weird kind of things. It's like, I don't know. It's like getting caught at a rock and not knowing how to get over it or something. It's like, I don't know. Just look at it more. Like, but 4 and 4, and then you add 5 and 5, you add 2 more. So yeah, it's going to go to 10, from 8 to 10. So it's not going to just go to, like, that would have to be 4 plus 5 because you're only adding 1 more. I don't know. Things are so strange. How people's abilities and disabilities to be able to ascertain, to be able to think, to be able to acknowledge, and their awareness and stuff. It's just, it's so trippy. But anyways, but that's a big lesson for humanity too, of the states of consciousness. But anyways, that is the universal laws are like a set thing. They are, you know, it's like that same thing of what goes out comes back. It's like, it's just the way it is. It's not like that there's a God out there writing the rules and we have to follow the rules. But in those rules, there is the value of life. And you cannot override somebody else's. And that's why that's dark. That's why it's negative, and that's why it's not going to be in this new world. And that's the only world I can really know to talk about, because that's the one that I'm going to. So that's the one that I can see is this more positive of positive opportunity or example of existence. But anyways, that's how I see it. I've been talking plenty long. So I don't know. We'll see what this day brings. It is constantly just bringing stuff, but it still just moves so slow. But there's going to be, at some point, there's going to be something abrupt. There's going to be something that's going to move quicker. And then I think that's going to be really uncomfortable for some people. But it's going to be like, oh, finally, for a lot of us. It's going to be like, oh, thank God. Finally, something's going. But I don't know. We'll see. Because it still seems like there's going to be some really horrible things that are going to happen. With disasters and stuff like that. And there could be, you know, when this thing finally changes on the money thing, that there's going to be, you know, the day before or something, there's going to be some horrific things that are going to go on because they're going to make a big way to try and stop it. But, like, I totally believe in that. There's no stopping it. There's no stopping this change. There's no stopping what's to come. It's coming. It's just, it is written. It's already written. It's already coming. It's just the way it is. And so, I keep on trying to think of what that word is. When something is just, it's just set. It just is what it is. It's definitely a word. It's not deliberate, even though deliberate would be. But anyways, I'm sure I'll think of it when I'm done with this. So, anyways, I'm going to go make a cup of tea and get something out for old Stella to eat. And see what this day brings us. But I'm telling you, like I say every day, you can't go wrong when you focus on yourself and questioning, each day. Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What is the point of this? Am I hurting other people? What is the energy I carry? What is it I'm bringing to the table? And starting to have awareness of that. Have awareness of your own toxic behaviors, your own patterns, your own disabilities, and start seeing them for yourself so that you can start changing them. Because you can change who you are all the time. Every single day is an opportunity to be somebody different. And that doesn't mean to come up with a fake person to be. It means that every day that you can stop doing the behaviors that you were doing, that you feel trapped in doing, because your trap is your pain and suffering. So when you can pull yourself out of that trap and be more distinct on how you approach who it is you want to be, and you make the decision, and you make different choices, you do something different. Don't do the same fucking thing. That's just your patterns. That's just what you do every time. So break the patterns and become who you want to be, and not who you feel stuck, like destined to be. You can change it. You can become who you want to be, and then learn to love yourself. Learn to love everybody else, because I'm telling you, it's fucking important. I can't stress it enough. And learning how to have the day you want to have. How you focus your energy is important. Those are all important factors. I don't know how I know. I don't know why I know. I don't know. I just know. So anyways, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll see what this day brings us, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.